comes the bride. Oh wait, I'm gonna get copyright claim if I say that. Anyways, hello. Welcome to me just reacting to the Special Heroes banner trailer, and it's that time of the year where it's bridal season, so let's see what the hell we have to deal with here. Who will be wed today? I am here with the Fates Play music, but I know for a fact it's not Fates because this time Fates taught the kids better, so they're not going to give me repeats unless they want to mess with my head. Oh! That's Stella!
There is no doubt that Julia will be radiant in a wedding dress.
Oh my god.
At your side.
Okay. Legacy action. That's a popular combination. Post the hair to life. Oh my god.
You have my love. There is no going back.
That's also kind of a very fitting quote there.
Together, always.
That is actually a very fitting quote. The sheriff's Bolton. Marseille, I think. Is that Marseille?
Love befell me.
Yeah.
So I will do what must be done.
Oh my god.
Wait for me.
Gorgeous. That art is actually gorgeous. Holy. Wait, whoa, what the? Wait, whoa, what the hell? Can I still watch your Irish singing special? Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute.
You fool!
You haven't the heart.
You left me no choice.
Oh my god!
I am no child!
Oh jeez, okay, Cat's going well. I'm gonna have to check after this. Oh, Dave!
Such a beautiful dress. Just wearing it is exciting.
There's no second generation yet. Okay, she's due out. Here, 54. Nice.
We shall never part.
Alright, who is our duo harmonic? Well, it's going from Genealogy theme, so... Oh!
Your dress is lovely. Thank you. As is yours, Lady Julia.
Oh,
I will guard your back.
Okay. Ice wall. How long is our time pulse now? Okay, so Julia this chart, that is not the Julia that I would expect. Well, it kind of makes sense considering that if things would have gone this way, it would have been like sisters-in-law. Or actually kind of not because Julia...
With pleasure.
And I don't know Lord Genealogy all that well.
For Elliewood!
And there goes Hector. I've been eating Hector kind of for a little while now, so. Grants empathy. Okay, so she grants empathy. I attack and res.
May our thoughts find you.
Who will be our bonus? Who is it? Oh, it's a healer of some sort. Second generation healer. She is our demo. But let me go over to Faye really quick here, and I apologize for the noise you're about to hear. Please don't let it.
Fire Emblem Hero.
That is such a weird ass sound with the thing going on. I am so sorry. I should have probably opened the app and done it beforehand, but whatever, I don't care. Okay, but who is that healer chick? And I need to check, I need to check something, because, alright. Oh, it's Lena? Okay, that's a new character. Okay, let me go over to here real quick and check something. Where is Zyra? Legendary moveset. I knew it! Ugh! Faye is pouring the fast one on us once again. Well, she is our daughter, so it makes kind of sense, but at the same time, it does not. Okay, so it's a genealogy second generation group, which is interesting. So we're starting off with the grooms, which makes sense considering that Larce, Teeny, and Lana, I'm just gonna say Lana because I have no idea how to say her name, and I don't even know who that woman is. Sorry, I have not played Genealogy or the Holy War. Gonna be waiting for that remake though. I want to experience it, okay? Anyways, Selith here. Probably the obvious choice for a group from Genealogy second generation, let's be honest. He is an axe cavalier this time. Okay, so this is the sword for the axe, which is kind of nice considering all of his ultimate swords. Except for that one Harmony pair of Leaf, where he was a bag when he was a bow archer, but whatever. So he's voiced by Christian Lamotte and drawn by Namakawa. Okay. And it looks like
At
the
your
standard Axe Cavalier stats, right? High HP, attack speed, good defense, blah, res.
side.
I mean, just yeah. Alright, what do we got here? So we have Haze Slice and Attack Speed Excel. Very popular combo nowadays, I'm realizing. About the meet you guys. Anyways, Legacy Axe. Sling Axe. For allies, heroes, or columns, grant plus 7 attack speed and neutralize penalties. Nice. Issues combo with an ally, grants bonus to everything. It was lower allies, heroes, or columns center on him, plus 5, max 14. However, if he moves 3 spaces, it automatically is 14. Neutralizes penalties on unit, deals plus X damage times 5, max 25, X equals number of bonus effects on unit, and number of penalties active on foe. Grants -1 instant cooldown Y before units first follow up, before units attacked, and the same amount for first follow up. Y equals 50% of the numbers starting system in start position to any position. And finally, he has non-special miracle, which is a standard for any Seleth at this point. So basically, you want to have him move. It's like the Brave Felix situation where you want him to move to get all of his effects. And we all know how annoying he is. Okay, opponent assault. Looks like an upside grade opponent follow-up. This might be interesting if he ever becomes an emblem if the game gets a Warriors spinoff, which I would love to just talk about it in a video, if you guys want me to speak about it, and who I think would be emblems and whatnot if that ever happens, which probably not. They're probably too focused on making a Geometry remake right now, and also making releases some other games that are coming out to care, but you just never know. But this looks like a potent skill opponent setup with 50% DR piercing instead of damage reduction, it looks like. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I can correct myself real quick actually. Where is the little mark? Yeah, it trades 30% DR for 50% DR piercing, which is probably it's a pretty good trade. Alright, now the too light enables Kanto Distant +1, max 4, Shadow Shift, start a turn, if it's a 2 ally grants plus 6 second speed, no fault, inside it, and he grants himself, and inside it to any ally, and grants 1 extra movement for sword, lance, axe, and infantry, and flying allies. So that means does melee armors and melee cavaliers get 2? That's the question. Well, actually, I think we can check it in a minute. Fuses combat uses now grants bonus to ever attack and speed equal to. Okay, so Clash plus 5 max 9. Flat DR by 7, Evan, and 7 HP after combat. Now, if I can just scroll over here real quick. Scroll. Okay, yeah, it is also with melee cavaliers and armors. Because it looks like it's also applying to his father over here. So, but now we got Larcey, who is really taken after the fact that she's copying her mother, because I saw Crusader's Astra on there. So, another legendary iron on her hands, question mark? But, anyways. So, first of all, before we say anything else, gorgeous artwork. I love it. Asataya Tomoyo knocks out of the park every time. But what I love about this, it's a wedding dress. But at the same time, it looks like a properly coordinated style battle getup too. This is like, not gonna lie, if you just remove the bridal elements of it all, this would be my ideal character design for like an OC. It's just that beautiful. Oh my god, I might use this inspiration for my own time, but whatever. Anyways, it's beautiful and I love it. Enough said. So Larsa is an infantry unit. Okay, so she got all the melee infantry set. She's voiced by Lindsay Freeman, and as I said earlier, drawn by Asatani Tomoyo. And she's currently being hit by Diva, so it looks like she has a very well-rounded base stat spread. And she also has some sort of potent ability. Potent finish, which is the same as potent. No, it's potent assault. Okay. What is the difference? But let's move on.
For me.
To see what the hell she actually brings to the table. First of all, that bit I did at the beginning of Legendary Yara, not a fluke. She has freaking Crusader's Astra, which is bonkers. But I would have the potential for it to be right on some Crusader's Astra too, I guess. But anyways, Brilliant Brilliant. I see what I did there. That's an interesting pun. Accelerate special trigger. At the start of turn, -7 speed defense, exposure and discord on closest foes, and foes with 2 spaces of those foes. If she's above 25% health, grants bonus to everything equal to the number of foes rolls for columns on a unit times 5 max per green. Okay, so reverse Rosella. True damage equal to 20% of her speed stat. Flat DR by that same amount. And an additional 20%. And just for special by an additional 20% speed. Also, she has full damage on potent effects. Makes sense that she has a potent skill. So what is the difference here between the last potent skill we saw in this one? Well, it looks like, so as flat DR, or flat DR, and if her special is ready or triggers, she gets an additional plus 15 damage, and also restores 7 HP after combat. So basically, potent follow-up, potent DR. Potent assault, 15% DR piercing. I am so sorry. I just yawned. It's late at night. Sorry. Well, it's not that late. It's 8:30, but whatever. Get a point. And this one has flat DR and true damage. And 7 HP healing. Which is not that bad. The thing is, she might have a hard time. Well, she's able to kill a lot for pretty ease, but that might be inflated stats. I don't know. But, so yeah. high attack speed and very balanced defensive res, so interesting. And now we have Teeny, who is looking adorable. She's drawn by Courtney Lin and drawn by Asaru Ruta. Ruta? Ruta? I am so sorry if I butcher your name because it's hard to pronounce. But anyways, she is a Red Mage Cavalier as well, so she's stepping out of her color as hell. And she's our demote, and she has speed trace 4, which is good. You love that on a lot of units. But let's do her hands full. Bridal Bouquet. Browse rows for columns. Okay, so she has that same thing as Selith. She needs to choose 7 gets plus 5 to everything, each one has bonuses, and she does plus X damage, max 15, and with that being equal to the number of allies for rows for columns. That's not bad. More support abilities are always granted. No bonuses for the foe. More damage. Not that bad for the heritable, but honestly, there are definitely some better inheritable weapons, I feel like. But this is not bad. And now we have probably the shock for me. That is his duo Julia and Ishtar. And Ishtar showing off her back to looking sick and sexy, not gonna lie. But so duo Julia. Now, this pair might seem a little bit weird, but it kind of makes sense in context because Julia is the brother of Julius, and Julius is Ishtar's dating partner, or boyfriend, or whatever the heck you want to call it. So, if things went normal without the whole lofty or corrupt Julius thing in that Manforce setup, I know a little bit about the plot of Genealogy, okay? They would have been sisters-in-law, so it kind of works. But, anyways, so Duo Julia is here. She is a colorless infantry mage, they're voiced by Cassandra Lee Morris for Julia and Rata for Ishtar, and they're drawn by Hakan. And Julie's wearing like little slide heels. That's cute. Okay, loving bouquets. So what are we doing? Oh my god, that's not a good shot at all. Let me get a better shot there. There we go. Um, so before we get to that, we have Icewall here. Boost damage by 70% of her rest stat. If you don't have special ready or units rolls triggered before during combat. Also, she has higher res than those who has minus 10. So she's essentially like the wall piercing effects, or like the like armored flow, armored beacon kind of effects. Target's finish. Okay. Lovely bouquets. Effective against dragons. Frost heroes through columns. Great. Plus 5 attack risks. Neutralize foes' bonuses. And minus 1 instant cooldown. Okay. At the start of combat, if she's healthy, inflicts penalty on foes attack and res equal to 20% of her res stat, plus 6. Neutralize foes' bonuses. She deals plus X damage. And reduces damage right at the same amount. With it equal to number of allies for rows per columns on the unit times 5, max 15. She gets no guard. Minus 1 instant cooldown. And also she has higher res than the opponent, plus 10. She attacks twice, so brain pits! Yeah, she is built to counter some of the dragons we have gotten recently. Surprisingly, she's not built to counter the snakes. But whatever. Even though I would say that kind of sarcastically, because let's face it, the snakes are so annoying. Believe me, they are. I think everybody can agree on that, right? Right? Let me know in the comments. Okay, but let's see her beast skill here. She also has Time Pulse Helm, Fully in Dark. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, inflicts minus 7 attack and res, sabotage and schism. On foes with less res than her, and 2 spaces. At the start of turn, skills trigger on units player phase. If the number of foes with the sabotage effect on map is greater than 2, she gets a guaranteed follow-up attack. She grants a guaranteed follow-up attack and cancel 1. Inflicts penalty on foes attacking res equals number of foes with sabotage effect on the map, including target, times 3 plus 5, max 14. True damage equal to 20% of a res. Flat DR by the exact same amount. 50% DR piercing and neutralizing adaptive damage. So, sabotage is a pretty big part of her game plan, it looks like. So, best to pair her with some sabotage allies to help with that if it doesn't work for her. But, we also see her dual skill, if I can scroll to it, without letting my finger get all trigger happy. Oh god! Okay, so she grants empathy to allies when she's severe and gushes on some cooldown. Okay, so she grants -1 cooldown on empathy. That's pretty tame. And it can activate on every for a turn. Nice. And her stats: 40 HP, high attacking resistance, high defense focus, which is surprising because normally Julia is normally more focused on speed. Maybe it's kind of similar to a Fallen Incarnation, I think. One sec, let me check. Because I do have Fallen Julia in my barracks. Where is she? No, actually. This is the first time I think we have a Julia that has a higher defense focus. Interesting. Even though it's not much, but still. I think the last Julia ult we had was her Crusader ult. So with this, she's completed the entire mage color set because she has green with her base form, blue with her legendary form, red with her fallen form, and her Crusader form. And now she has colorless with her bridal form, which is interesting. So we have Houses of Frege and the two siblings here, and Larce. Does that mean Larce and Silver Cannon or Sylvan Cannon? I don't know the canon shifts in this game, but or maybe it's him with that other chick, this one over here. She looks like a flying healer though, with an inheritable staff, which I mean, one on the set is the same weapon as Teeny. So it's all women and male again. It's a Harlem again, except that it's not really because Ishtar and Julia are not part of it. Because Ishtar is with Julius and Julia's eldest brother, and that will be incest. Though some people are into that, I guess. I mean, just look at some craziness that's happened in the fandom. But anyways, and I believe, like usual, we have a spark for Paybus users. Yep, but so better have your panels of cleansing allies quick for this map in order to make sure you don't hit, or just get out with some of your stronger units to take care of Larce and Summit. But this banner definitely seems a little bit tamed, except for the fact that Larce is Crusaders after. That's it. And Julia seems a pretty good nuke, but this banner's just tamed. After kind of like the chaos that we've gone through over the last few months with the Mythic banner, the Fallen banner, the Kids banner, the Arcanea banner. This is probably the most tame banner we've had in a little bit. At least in my opinion. I'll probably still try to summon this after I'm done with the Fallen banner. I still want to get my units from there. But this banner is pretty good, I would say. Definitely some great fodder potential if you're looking for that. And good units. It's just tamed for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But, anyways, I do wish you all luck on this banner, and I'm hoping you get what you want. And maybe this will eventually happen to us. Like, someone will, or me, or someone watching this video will get married at some point. I mean, you just never know. Never know what fate has in store for you. But apparently these guys have their fate set. Anyways, I'm brain for the sake of drawing out the video length, but anyways, I wish you all the best of luck on your sounds here. Good night, or bye, or whatever, I don't know.